Welcome to Co-Pilots, the podcast where we watch not just the first episode of a show,
but where we also sometimes don't do that and instead just talk about some stuff.
And this is one of those episodes where we just talk about stuff. So welcome into the Cockpit.
I was really hoping you were going, and this is their story.
And this is their story. Bum 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 bum.
Penis Coyote.
Bum, bum, bum.
That's the name of our producer. Our executive producer is Penis Coyote, in case you were wondering.
I get the joke.
Yeah.
I do. Has Law & Order,
existed for too long? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's still around. I don't actually know.
Oh no, there's a new season of SVU either that just started or just finished or something.
It's a soap opera, man.
Is it?
No, but I'm saying as far as its longevity and the fact that it's never going to end, it's basically a soap opera.
So it's a wild ride that it's lasted as long as it has.
Yeah, it really is.
I don't have a segue off of Law & Order.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a segue for Law & Order?
I did. I think I can make it work. It's the only thing that works about Law & Order, in my opinion, is its opening theme's actually kind of a banger. There's just something about it that hits correctly. There's a reason why it was a meme for so long.
Yeah, there's a reason why the theme song hasn't changed across 30 years of television or some shit.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah.
But speaking of bangers, I know you wanted to talk about music.
Yeah. I did, and actually I can parlay this into my next topic pretty easily too. So talking about bangers.
See, I got this. I do this not for a living, but pay me anyways.
So. In fandom circles,
yeah,
there's the concept of the perfect anime or
show
music,
or book or whatever,
the perfect album.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'm a hardline realist in that I don't believe anything is actually perfect.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Which is why when people when I'm talking about what is the perfect anime, I'm like Cowboy Bebop is the closest to perfect an anime can get.
Fair.
It's not my favorite anime, but I think it's the closest an anime can get to being perfect.
Yeah.
Shinichiro Watanabe just went,
fucking amazing.
Just went, hey guys, I'm going to make the best thing anime will ever see, and yes, it's only the 90s right now.
Yeah.
And he did it. But in that regard, for me, the idea of a perfect album is an album that not only will you listen to all the way through, but an album that is not just an album that you won't just listen to all the way through, but an album where each song flows into the next in such a way that creates a listening experience that is just absolutely immaculate, hard to beat. And I have a few albums I think, at least for me, fall into that category. And yes, we're partially talking about this because we're going to go see Coheed and Cambria in about a week. And Coheed and Cambria is a band that has at least one immaculate album, in my opinion.
Multiple, but yeah.
So, Justice, other than Coheed and Cambria's entire discography.
I see we are being cheap here, but whatever.
Okay, if you want to talk about Coheed and Cambria's entire discography.
No, it's fine. It's Coheed and Cambria's entire discography.
Yeah, for me, I think the Afterman duology, which was re-released as a single album, is probably a perfect listening experience. They have better songs than what is on the Afterman duology.
Fair.
But I don't think they have a better listening experience than the duology.
Fair enough. I can understand it. I don't know if I agree with it, but I can understand it.
Fair enough. Did you have some albums that you were...
Well, in line with the Afterman,
mm-hmm.
which I think definitely part of the reason why it flows so well is it is telling a story.
Yeah.
The Wise Man's Fear, Castle in the Clouds, or The Lost City also do that really well. Their other albums are also great, but I think Castle in the Cloud and Lost City do it both really, really well.
Yeah, Castle in the Cloud is one of my favorite albums in the genre.
Yeah, fair.
It's so good.
And I don't think it's fair to talk about an album that flows really well like that and is telling a story without mentioning just Alisana in general.
Yeah, I was thinking Alisana, The Emptiness was, and still kind of is, one of my favorite albums.
Mm-hmm.
But as much as I like The Emptiness,
yeah,
going back and listening to it, I don't know, 15 years after it came out, there's a little bit of
It's 3 edgy for me.
Yeah.
3 edgy 5 me.
And
yeah, I can see it.
And some of the electronics feel super dated.
Fair.
There's this super dated feeling that comes out of 2010.
But I still think it flows
metalcore.
really, really well, and I think it's a very good album.
Oh yeah. The step by step.
And I think Catharsis? The album that Catharsis is on, I can't remember the name of.
Is that Place Where the Sun is Silent?
No, it's the conclusion to the Annabelle trilogy. My brain is blanking on its name. The Decade? No, Decade is after that.
Decade was a EP.
The closing to the Annabelle story.
I know what you're talking about because it's
Catharsis, Oh How the Mighty Have Fallen.
I think I actually like it more than The Emptiness.
Same, that's why I was mentioning it. My brain's just blanking on its fucking name. Confessions. Yes.
Yeah.
I think Confessions does it really fucking well. And it's not nearly as dated.
Yeah.
By which I mean, I don't think it really feels dated at all listening to it.
Yeah, Confessions actually still feels like a relevant metalcore album.
Mm-hmm. I have other things, but I'll let you take a go first.
Oh, well, while we're in the metalcore field, I do have 2 metalcore albums, post-hardcore albums, if you will.
Yeah.
That I think are as close to perfect as you can get. I know our friend Matt is going to hear this conversation, just be over being these are, he has his own opinions.
Yeah, obviously.
I love love talking music with him, but like Collide with the Sky from Pierce the Veil.
Okay.
I think it feels a little dated nowadays.
Yeah.
But it's probably one of the like 3 albums I've listened to the most, just from track 1 to the end, straight through. And
understandable.
Like, for a long time, it was definitely my favorite album.
Okay, yeah, I can understand that.
But then this little band called Motionless in White released Reincarnate in 2015. And Reincarnate is the perfect metalcore album. There is not a better...
The amount of times I've just heard you listening to Reincarnate all the way through is ridiculous, yo.
Reincarnate might be literally the best metalcore album that's ever been released.
Fair.
And I mean that with my whole chest.
Yeah.
I don't think another band has done it the way Motionless in White did it. And like, not only is it because Reincarnate is just straight bangers all the way through, there's an emotional catharsis to Reincarnate that like really helped me in a dark part of my life.
Yeah.
And beyond that, Reincarnate is also, and it's very obvious, a lot of the songs are homages to other bands in like the metal scene, the heavy music scene, all while still sounding like Motionless in White.
Very
like,
true, actually.
There is a song that is obviously like meant to be an homage to Five Finger Death Punch.
But the song is very meant to be an homage to Rob Zombie.
And these songs are just very good regardless.
Yeah.
I say regardless because Five Finger Death Punch is not very good, so making this song as an homage to Five Finger Death Punch and still making it good is a work of art. Now, you'll notice I haven't mentioned Spose at all.
Yeah.
And while this pains me to say, I love Spose so much. I love all of his music so much. None of his albums like hit that feel for me. Like
understandable, I guess.
Where I feel like it's just a perfect album all the way through. Get Rich or Die Ryan is probably the closest. The problem is the back half of that album is a little weaker than the front half.
Yeah.
And there's stuff I want to skip, which means I can't like put it as a perfect album, perfect listening experience. Do you have anything outside of the metal genre that...
Oh yeah, I've got several things.
Okay.
The closest to the metal genre, I would say, is probably Pup, with their self-titled album Pup.
Yeah, okay, that's a banger of a record.
It's a banger of a record, and like, I found it when I was like, just really needing more modern punk music.
Pup came out of nowhere for me.
Yeah, same.
And I went from being like, so Pup came out of nowhere, and I was like, holy shit, we got modern punk.
And it was fucking great. Like, it hits all the boxes that I love about classic punk music, but with a modern feel to it. And they've had great albums since then. Morbid Stuff is also fantastic, but it is definitely just because that's the first Pup album I've heard, but it's legitimately just so great.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it so much. It really does capture everything about punk, updates it some, and it adds a bit more of a metalcore element in parts of it.
I remember the only song I knew by Pup at the time was Reservoir.
Yeah.
Which is
great.
One of the best punk songs that's come out in like decades.
Look, let me clarify this in the best way I think I can. I could replace every track from a Tony Hawk game with a Pup album, and you wouldn't be able to fucking tell that there was anything wrong with it.
But Reservoir was like the only Pup song I knew at the time, and then I just like casually stumbled upon Pup's set at Warped Tour.
Fucking great time.
I've stumbled upon bands at Warped Tour without knowing like really who they were.
Yeah.
And been thoroughly impressed by the band enough to be like, hey, other people in my life, you should listen to them.
Yeah.
Pup and Stacked Like Pancakes are two of them.
Stacked Like Pancakes are also great, but I don't think they have one that
they do not
hits that spot for me.
Nope.
Which does kind of suck, but they are also pretty fantastic. And then moving away from the metal genre, to I guess more of like a indie folk, not necessarily even including folk, but it has like that vibe sometimes.
Yeah.
Will Wood, formerly Will Wood and the Humans, but Will Wood's album, the normal album, is fucking amazing. I've listened to it through so many fucking times.
I get parts of songs from that album just stuck in my head.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, where the fuck is that from?
Because that's the weirdest fucking line you'll ever have sometimes.
Not only that, because I don't typically listen to that album.
Yeah.
In general, I'll listen to like a couple tracks and like I'll be like, where the fuck is that coming from? What is that song that's stuck in my head? And then Justice will like play a Will Wood album and I'll be like, oh.
I heard it in the background and now it just exists forever rip free in my fucking brain. That's how it goes, baby.
Yep.
Yeah. It's fucking great.
Yeah. I know you probably don't have any like pop albums on your list.
I've got an album that's a bit more poppier.
Oh, really?
It's technically a rap album.
Okay.
Happiness Incorrect Answer by Takayan, who is a Japanese rapper.
Yeah.
And it's fucking amazing. I love the entire album. I really just love all of his shit, but it's one of the ones that I can think of that's an actual like full-length album. Because his other stuff is like a collection of like 2019 to 2021 of singles he's released because he is very much a modern music artist.
Yeah.
So there's not a bunch of actual like albums.
I want you to know, I was thinking, man, if Too Many Zoos actually released a full album,
yeah,
I'm sure we would have like
definitely
a discussion about Too Many Zoos here.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm gonna steer this a little more popish because the album that actually made me like start thinking about this wasn't Reincarnate, which I recently had a discussion about how I think Reincarnate was the perfect metalcore album. The album that made me start thinking about the concept of like perfect albums, or like as close to perfect as albums can get, was Savage Garden's self-titled album.
It is so fucking good, man.
And like Savage Garden, like they disintegrated as a band after 2 albums, so all we have is those 2 albums from them. And then one of the singers went on to create a solo career. But that first Savage Garden album is just like the pinnacle of like bubblegum pop.
Yeah, fair.
It's so good and so fun.
So I have 2 more artists that have albums that I think are perfect.
Okay.
One is a cheat answer.
Okay.
The answer is Prizefighter Inferno,
which is Coheed and Cambria spin-off band.
Yeah.
By Claudio Sanchez.
The Half Measures EP, while not a full album, is fantastic. And My Brother's Blood Machine is also fucking amazing. And I listen to them both all the way through all the fucking time, and I love them.
I can't argue with you because I enjoy both of those albums. And Claudio Sanchez might be a musical genius.
Yeah. And then they have the other one whose name I can't remember. It's the newest one, and I can picture the cover, but I can't remember the name. It's driving me fucking crazy. But my last answer is an album from 1959.
Ooh.
Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, Moanin'.
Okay, yeah.
The Moanin' LP. Like, just everything on there. Even the fucking warm-up dialogue that starts the fucking record. I love the entire fucking thing all the way through. Art Blakey's one of my favorite jazz musicians.
Yeah, 100%.
So...
no, I have one more artist that I think has a perfect album.
Yep.
And I know you're going to disagree with this. Mm-hmm. The album's called Warriors.
Yep.
It's from 2012.
I knew we were going with Kesha. I knew Kesha was going to be on here somewhere.
Warriors is like the pinnacle of pop music. Every song on that album, and like, it's not... Kesha is so talented as a musician because not only is she a pop star like everybody thinks she is, but she like this album has a country song on it that's definitively a country song. There's no way to look at it except as a country music song. She has like rock songs. Like she is a versatile, multi-talented artist who like gets remembered because of songs like "Wake Up in the Morning" and like.
But she has so much more to it that I can actually listen to and not hate. That I can definitely agree. Yeah, she has a bunch of better music.
Warriors is like the pinnacle of her art.
I've also got 2 other artists that I would...
Rainbow's very good. It's just not quite as good as Warriors.
I've also got 2 other artists that I would throw out there, but they don't technically have albums.
Yeah?
But I would say the 2 things of theirs that come to my mind in modern times could just constitute an album.
Yeah.
And that is Gustav Holst's Planets.
Okay.
The Planet Symphony. It's long enough that it could be an album.
Okay.
But technically, they don't have an album.
Well, also, while we're talking about artists that don't actually have albums, there is an EP by this artist named Connell Jonald.
Oh, yeah.
Which might be like the best independently produced EP I've ever heard
Honestly,
in my life.
I fucking love it. So the EP is You Get Me Fucked Up, but it's abbreviated down to YGMFU.
Yep.
But You Get Me Fucked Up is so fucking amazing. It's legitimately fantastic.
I know I know when it came out. I spent like 3-4 months solid basically listening to that and Spose. Like that was my entire spin for that.
Fucking fair, man.
And like Connell Jonald, like it's wild because in my brain Connell Jonald is just like this small streamer who like has like a couple dozen viewers sometimes, but like he did explode like hundreds of viewers
for a while,
and then like dropped this EP, and it was like dude should just parlay his streaming into like music because this is so good,
and it tells a really like poignant like message / story in it, and it's done really well.
Yeah.
And then my final not an album, but the length of it would be an album if released in modern times, would be Korsakov's Shahrazad. It's fucking amazing.
I know you love that
specifically movement to fucking the Hell Calendar Prince. Amazing. I love the entire piece. Planets, fucking Holst Planets and Korsakov Shahrazad. 2 of my favorite long form composition symphonies or works or orchestratic pieces. They're both just amazing. So
fair enough.
They're just not albums.
Fair enough. But speaking of bangers, Don da Don da Don da Don.
Creepy Dance is good. I don't think I've listened to an entire album all the way through though.
I think I also said too many Dons.
Yeah, it's Don da Don.
Yeah,
you went bo with it.
Yeah, to be fair, it's better. It's just
League's better than bo.
Yeah, but the most recent episode of Don da Don also had a banger of a song in it. And if you're not keeping up with Don da Don, why? I said this about My Hero Academia a lot when I was watching My Hero Academia, and I was wrong. I'm sorry. But Don da Don might be the best shonen of this generation by like miles.
Yeah.
And I did say that same sentence about My Hero Academia, but I specifically meant like in the same regards as like the action shonens that were like Naruto and stuff. And I still think My Hero Academia has a leg to stand on in the action shonen race.
Fair. And to be clear, I don't think I ever 100% agree with you in any of those terms. I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I enjoy it. But Don da Don, I will agree with your sentiment on that.
Yeah, Don da Don, I get why some people would not want to watch Don da Don and why it gets criticized online for like the sexual content in Dandadan. But I think like the way Dandadan uses sexual content in general is about further empowering its characters.
Yeah, and really, since like the back half of season 1, it doesn't really deal with it too much. Like, not the overt things people are probably going to fit about.
Yeah, I think it might be just the best anime currently airing by a large margin.
I would say so. I personally think that.
But I brought it up because talking about shows that we've been currently watching, and that's one I've been currently watching.
Well, it's like the only one I've been currently watching, really.
Yeah, I have two.
Other than my classic Dropout, what are they currently airing on Dropout at the moment?
Hey, tomorrow should be the episode where we find out who won the
ads.
Yeah.
The shark episode.
Yeah, the Shark Tank style episode.
Yeah, the producers episode.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Monday night, the 12th? The 11th. Monday night, the 11th of August should be the results for that if you're a Dropout fan. But I've also been watching a couple shows. Yeah. One's an Amazon Prime show that's still currently airing. I think next Thursday is the finale. Yeah. It's called Countdown. It's
a British game show.
Yes.
And I think it's hosted by Jimmy Carr.
No, it stars Jensen Ackles.
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, he plays a former like U.S. Ranger turned LAPD cop detective, undercover detective, and he hosts a game show. No, but Countdown is an Amazon Prime original show about a task force starring a task force that has been put together to deal with the fact that a terrorist. Not a terrorist organization, an individual who's like pissed off at both his home country and America, has stolen fissile material and has a grudge against the United States, so that's an issue. Yeah. And Jensen Ackles' character has like a tumor in his brain that like is causing him issues, but like nobody knows about it. Yeah. And he's trying to keep it on the down low. And then there's also like this overarching plot with the nuclear material.
Look, if the show's popular enough, he's going to get exposed to radiation somehow from the fissile material, and his tumor's going to go away, and they'll do another season.
I have no idea what the plan is. The end of last episode, spoilers for Amazon Prime's original series Countdown, ended with the bombs all seemingly triggering. Nice. And they're nuclear dirty bombs in downtown LA. So if they actually trigger,
America's fucked.
LA's just gone.
Yeah, and America's just kind of fucked.
But as the bombs,
seen as we get so much fucking cloud fronts and air movement coming from the U.S. to the east across the continental U.S.
Yeah. But as the button to trigger the bombs was pressed by the antagonist of the series, it cut the episode. Like that's where it ended. So who knows?
I just remembered a show I watched, actually, recently.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Ironheart.
Oh, yeah, we started Ironheart.
Yeah, I finished Ironheart.
I have not.
You have like an episode and a half left.
What do you think of Ironheart?
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Do you think all the racist, loud noises that people were making about Ironheart were justified?
No.
Really?
Yeah, crazy, right?
You don't think it's racist to replace rich white men with black young women?
No, I think Riri has been around for a while in the comics, and you can fuck off with your racist rhetoric.
You don't think they just made Ironheart black to, like, DEI hire some people?
No, everyone knows that's why Miles Morales exists.
Oh, shit, my bad.
The amount of, like, fucking rhetoric I saw about people complaining about Miles Morales existing, and then the fact that they also made a black Iron Man, basically, was so fucking annoying. It's like, you had no problems with fucking Iron Patriot, who's been around for a long fucking time, has been black for a long time. Riri's been around since, like, the mid to late 2000s. Yeah. And Miles Morales has been around since about the same time, a little before.
Also,
like, fuck off. I'm sorry you didn't know anything about comics, and now you're throwing a fucking fit.
So here's the thing. The internet gets riled up very frequently when, like, a character gets recast. Yeah. And they're like, why can't they just make their own characters? And then the comic book companies in question
make other characters
who are not the primary characters and give them new names and new heroes.
And they become popular.
And then they're like, boom, they're just replacing them with black people. And it's like, nobody's replacing Spider-Man with Miles Morales.
No, they both existed.
They're both Spider-Man. Yeah. They can exist simultaneously. Also, in fact, they do exist simultaneously.
Also, fuck off if your complaint is that Spider-Man's not white. So there's been so many times in the comic books for decades now where Spider-Man's been like, yeah, no, I wear a mask that way I could be fucking anyone underneath the mask.
Also, when I was a kid, one of my favorite Spider-Man runs was 2099, and
Miguel O'Hara.
Miguel's not white.
No.
Like, can we stop, please? No, Ironheart was a lot of fun from what I've seen. I need to finish it, obviously.
It's quite enjoyable. I enjoyed it. We get Mephisto.
Oh, do we actually get Mephisto?
It is Hood actually deals with Mephisto.
Amazing.
Sacha Baron Cohen exists in the MCU as Mephisto.
That's so good.
He's such a good casting for Mephisto, actually.
Shit. Like, the moment I saw the Hood, I was like, oh, I was super disappointed because there's no way they're going to go like, full demonic possessed the hood.
And then they started doing things with like weird veins on his body, and we were both like, wait, what? Is it actual demonic possession? The answer is, but Mephisto is there.
Like, I was so upset. Like, I was so excited when I saw the hood, and then I got so sad. It was like, there's no way they're gonna do this.
Yes, they do. It's great.
It's so good. I'm so excited. Holy shit. I don't want to pivot away from this because I'm so excited about Mephisto, but
it only took like 2 fucking decades.
But I also watched the Peacock original show based on a true story.
Yes.
Which is about a married couple who discover that their plumber is a serial killer.
Yes.
And they blackmail him into doing a podcast with them.
Yes.
Instead of turning him into the police.
That way they can make money because they are in dire financial straits.
Yes. The first season of that show is hilarious and a lot of fun.
Fair.
And then the second season of the show feels like a jump the shark and like lost the plot.
Yeah, this happens with thriller shows that get additional seasons.
But the first season is actively 100% worth watching and a lot of fun.
I believe it.
But yeah, based on a true story. If you watch Santa Clarita Diet, I know that's going to be a deep cut for some people. Based on a true story has like the same vibes as Santa Clarita Diet.
Nice.
Have you watched Santa Clarita?
Yeah, Santa Clarita Diet's fucking amazing.
Yeah, okay.
It's a delightful show.
Based on a true story, season 1 has the same type of vibes as that. And it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I think both seasons are 8 episodes, so it's not even that much of a commitment.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
And they're like half-hour episodes, so it's not that much of a commitment at all.
That's not bad at all, really.
Other than that, I don't have a lot to talk about. I did start the Pinocchio Souls-like.
Lies of P.
Which is a lot of fun, but very linear and very like easy for a Souls game.
Fair.
Which is probably why it's not actually a Souls game.
I don't know. I don't play Souls games.
I will say the amount of people that were like, it's the closest we're gonna get to Bloodborne until they like actually re-release Bloodborne. I'm really upset if this is the closest we'll ever get to Bloodborne again.
Fair.
Because Bloodborne was not this linear.
Yeah,
and
I know.
Not this easy, and even the boss fights in Lies of P aren't hard. So
yeah, I think they were more talking about like from the environmental storytelling using like that setting.
Oh, like in the like actual physical gameplay.
Yeah.
Feels very Bloodborne.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like Bloodborne if the difficulty was knocked down in like 3 steps, and yeah.
Okay.
Like it still physically feels like Bloodborne. The attacking and like the way you dive into the attacks and like dodge out, like it all feels Bloodborne. It just feels like Bloodborne if it was very easy.
Okay.
Which if I want to play very easy Souls-like, there's a much better one based off of Star Wars, and I'm just gonna go play that.
It has a sequel now.
It does have a sequel, and the sequel is apparently very, very good.
It looks pretty neat.
So, yeah, Jedi Survivor, and
it is a very easy Soulsborne. I still can't care about the gameplay.
Fair enough. Yeah, Lies of P is what I've been playing lately, other than Slay the Spire and Belatra, which have been like eating my free time out of my life because they're on my phone. And
yeah, I haven't been playing much. I played through several, I think 2 runs of Slay the Princess.
How's Slay the Princess been?
And by 2 runs, I do mean going through far enough to get to the whole ending with weird multiversal beings ending thing.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, so I did that like twice. I could technically get some different outcomes, I believe. I just have to start all over and play back through again and again.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I've been playing a bunch of Slay the Spire, even though I've completely beat the game, strictly because Slay the Spire 2 is coming, and I'm getting super excited about the idea of Slay the Spire 2, so I've been like filling the void of Slay the Spire 2 because it doesn't exist yet.
I can understand that.
With Slay the Spire 1. Slay the Spire 1 is probably one of my top 10 favorite games of all time. It's like the game that got me into roguelikes.
I'm aware.
Because it combined deck building and drafting with roguelikes.
Yeah.
And
those are 2 things you very much like, I know.
Mm-hmm. I am nothing but a simp for deck builders.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
Yep.
The amount of deck builders we own.
Yep. To be fair, I think we only own like a couple actual deck builders and other games that just have like minor deck building attributes.
Yeah, I know. If it has a deck building attribute, you really like it.
Like, I think the only pure deck builder we have is like Genesis and maybe, so Genesis, Star Realms, and Epic. Only pure deck builders we own.
Yeah, ELO comes pretty close, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as close. It's not close enough.
Nope. You got any more topic?
No.
Well, thanks for coming to the cockpit. Please watch Dawn to Dawn. Don't let the internet scare you off of it.
Don't be racist. Watch Ironheart.
And don't be racist. Watch Ironheart. Marvel's been like doing some hit and miss lately, but Ironheart is one of the hits you should be watching.
It's got Mephisto. That's all you need.
Yeah, and with Mephisto being introduced, Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm not saying that Mephisto's going to be in it,
maybe.
But anyways, thanks for listening, and please come back on the 22nd when we have a new episode review, continuing our PBS summer.
Who knows what we're doing? We don't.
But until then, If you want to contact us, there's a myriad of ways to do it.
You can email us at copilotsreview@gmail.com.
You could get a cloak possessed by a demonic entity and use that to reach out to us.
Yeah, that one's harder. You have to hold your breath long enough to like use some of his powers, but you can practice that.
Yep. Or you could find all of our links at copilotsreview.simplecast.com, and that includes our link to our Patreon, our YouTube, our email, our Blue Sky, our everything. So just go to copilotsreview.simplecast.com. You can listen to the podcast there, but you can also contact us.
Yeah.
So
it's weird. It has multiple things to do.
It's weird, functional, and useful. Please go there. But until then, thanks for joining us in the cockpit, and we'll see you next time.